I get asked quite a lot, how do I find the time? I manage to work a 40-hour week full-time in a career. I post to my YouTube channel once per week. I've got 2 toddlers. We go on adventures at least once a month, if not more often. I manage and host websites as a side hustle, as well as my husband working full-time. We both keep the house going and all the things that's involved with having a small family. So in this video, here are my top hacks on managing my time as a working mum so I can achieve as much as possible, but also make the most of the children at the age they are. Hi, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Emily, and I'm the Organised Mum Lifestyle. I am really organised. You might notice that from the title of my YouTube. It's something I'm really proud of and something I work hard to do. I want to achieve a lot. I've got a good career, I've got a fantastic family. I love spending time with my family. I earn a little bit of extra money in side hustles because these days you have to, but I also enjoy sharing and creating content on my YouTube channel. And during that, I've learned a lot of tips on how to manage my time effectively to make sure I can achieve everything. And I also really like to get my 7 to 8 hours sleep. So here are my 7 top tips to managing your time, and a couple of extras thrown in there as well. Plan your week. Look at your week. What have you got coming up? Have a look at your calendar. Mine is color-coded and I put everything from work, home life, commitments, everything goes in there. I also share it with my husband. We have shared appointments that need to go in there for both of us. And every week I talk to him and we say, right, what have we got coming up? Who's doing pickups? Who's doing drop-offs? Where do we need the car seats? It is a bit of a logistical nightmare. That's the time of life we're in. I also look further ahead and I plan the year. So I look at long weekends, I look at school holidays, I look at public holidays, and I go, right, what do I need to plan? This is where planning for our adventures comes in. I will often plan the long weekends and I will book the best campsites or the best accommodation so that I don't leave it so late and miss out on what I want to do. So I've actually booked a year in advance. Labour weekend, October 2024. I think I rang them up one day and 1 year to book the accommodation, and they actually weren't surprised because it's one of the best campsites in New Zealand. So look forward to that video at the end of 2024. I also look at events that are coming up, so things that we enjoy going to, say the Santa Parade or certain events that are on that are annually within our local area. I'll find out when they're happening, usually 4 to 6 months in advance, and I'll put them in the diary. We like to go away in the caravan at least once a month. Yes, we often get things that we don't know about put in the calendar, maybe birthday invitations and things like that, and sometimes we do have to turn them down because, as everyone says, you're always away. Another benefit to planning so far in advance is that you can plan the money. A lot of trips have payment plans, or you pay a deposit and then you pay the payments 3 months in advance. So that means I can plan out the money for when we need to make payments. Another thing I do is I plan out my goals for the year, the month, the week. So are there certain things that I want to do this year? I've done my year's planning for my goals annually, and then I'll look at the month, planning out that month on things that I want to achieve. They might be personal things like places I want to visit. They might be career goals. They might be something I want to do in the house, like a big declutter. I'll look at it and go, have I achieved that? When can I do that this month? And I'll actually plan that in so I can keep achieving my personal and my career and my family goals. I'm a big fan of to-do lists, and I enjoy doing them on paper, but ultimately they're done online. I use an app called To-Do, T-E-U-X-D-E-U-X. You do pay for it, it's a minimal fee. I think it works out as about $6 a month, so you can organise your week. So when you are sat down planning your week, you can look at Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and you can plan as far ahead as you want to. Things roll over as well, so you can roll over tasks, and you can also subtask into sections. So I'll put work to-do lists, I'll put personal to-do lists, I'll put goals or family or even nice to-dos. So you can organise your to-do list in that way. What I really like is on your phone, you can add things on your phone and that syncs with your computer. I read somewhere that your brain is for creating ideas, not holding them. And this is pretty much my brain. It's like a sieve. So I have to write it down. You tell me I need to do something, need to be somewhere, I'll write it down. If it's not written down, you can guarantee I'm going to forget it. I do still love pen and paper. I'll often plan the week on pen and paper just to get the ideas out of my head, and then I'll put them formally into my to-do list. I'll spread it out around my schedule, thinking, well, what can I achieve that day? How busy is my day? Also, I have a shopping list on the fridge, which is handwritten. This means anybody can contribute to it, and I do need to make sure I remember it. In my really organised weeks, I'll move that shopping list to an electronic list, so I have it with me when I go shopping. But most of the times, I just grab the list and I stick it in my wallet and I go shopping, which I do roughly once a week. And my favourite feature of having an electronic to-do list is you can tick. You can tick it off and it shows as completed. Oh, that definitely feels good. From to-do lists, one of my favourite techniques is to do it first. Get it done. One of the best books I ever read is Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy. It's all about getting your fattest, biggest thing done first. Get on with it in the day. Don't procrastinate over and you will feel amazing. Now, I started off pre-children. I'm a morning lark and I'll be up early and I'll crack on with those jobs. And I used to feel amazing. I'd have it done before breakfast. That's not possible now. I've got kids. I've got to get them up, get them dressed, get them off to daycare, and then I can get on with my biggest thing that I need to do first. Sometimes I don't have control over that because I have work meetings, but as soon as you get the chance, crack on with that big, horrible, dirty job because you'll feel amazing once it's done. Then Brian Tracy recommends the 4 Ds: do, delegate, defer, or dump. Look at your to-do list. What do you need to do? What is that do it first that you're going to work on this week? If possible, what can you delegate? Is it something you can delegate within the household or within work? Is it something you can defer? Does it have to be done now? Does it need to be done this week? Does it need to be done this month? I like to do, in the app, you have lists for someday, which are additional lists where you can put thoughts or things you'd like to work on, but you haven't actually allocated to times, and you can drag and drop and move things out of there into your main to-do list. But also, dump. Has that thing been on your to-do list? Do you really need to do it, or is it just something you'd like to do? Why are you not getting on with it? Why do you keep leaving that on your to-do list? Does it need to be something that moved into the do? Get on with it, you'll feel good once it's done, or do you just need to dump it? Automated scheduling. I use this really well in my calendar. I have automated scheduling for annual or monthly events, and in my to-do, I have weekly scheduling. So weekly, paying certain bills, annually, the motor inspections for your cars, insurance renewals. I'll also have dates that direct debits go out or when we get paid, so I can see clearly when bills need to be paid, when money comes in or when money goes out. I've got annual reminders for people's birthdays. I often do a reminder a few weeks in advance for those birthdays. I do things like Mother's Day, so Mother's Day in New Zealand and the UK is different, so I always make sure to find the UK Mother's and Father's Day because that often won't default with my calendar in New Zealand. I often use repeat scheduling for cleaning as well, so certain cleaning tasks to get stuff done will be allocated over the week. These are repetitive, they're never going to go away, so why not clean the toilets on a Tuesday? Why not change the bed sheets on a Thursday? It works quite well with cleaning routines. Meal prep. As part of planning the week, I plan every single meal for the house. It's all written down on the fridge, what we're going to eat each night. I'll plan this around our schedule, so if I'm at work, I know I don't have much turnaround time to make something, or I could make something during the day if I'm working from home, so that it's ready for when the kids get back from daycare. I did a video on this on my YouTube channel, Meal Prep for Busy Mums. I've got 7 meal ideas and a prep for a whole week. So have a look at that, I'll put the link up here. Also, it's really good when you're doing your food shopping. You can plan for the food shopping and what you need for your meals that week. It means you save money, there's less wastage, you are buying more purposefully of what you need in your food shopping. Also, I'm away with work at least once a month, so I'll do the meal prep, make sure the meals are available so it's clear to everybody in the house what the meals are, and it's nice and easy planning ahead for those nights when you don't want to think. Set a timer. I find this really, really useful for things I don't want to do. It's amazing what you can get done in 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Set a timer. I'm going to do a toy pickup in 10 minutes. I'm going to do the dishwasher in 10 minutes, and stop after 10 minutes on what you've achieved. You'll be amazed on how much you've done. You may not have finished it completely, but you've certainly made a big difference and a big start. So set yourself a timer. You might have a spare 10 minutes to do a quick run around with a toy pickup. You might have a spare 10 minutes to quickly unload the dishwasher or wipe the worktops or clean the oven. Just use a timer to manage your time that way. Batch your tasks. I often arrive early somewhere so I can reply to messages and make sure my WhatsApps are up to date or my Facebook Messenger. So I'll sit and do all my messages in one go. I'll do things like all my emails in one go. I may also use a timer to do that because I don't enjoy doing them, but I can see how many emails I can reply to in 10 minutes, and I'm batching it and not distracted by other notifications. I'm batching my videos. I'm going to film 4 videos today. Might use different backgrounds and you don't know which 4, but I'm going to batch them and film them today, and then I'll batch my editing. Also, batching tasks is good. I can't film these videos with the kids around, so I know they're out. I take the opportunity to do them all now, but I can do the editing with the kids around in the evening. Another thing I do is I do my phone calls whilst driving. I have hands-free, I often have my AirPods in. My parents live in a different time zone to me. I'll often be driving to work at 6:30 in the morning, and that'll be dinner time the previous evening for them. So this actually works quite well. So I'll call them at that time, chat to them whilst I'm driving to work, keeping in touch with my family and friends at a time where I probably wouldn't be on the phone to somebody who lives in the same country as me. A cheeky extra one I'm throwing in is I listen to books on Audible. I think I've read 1 physical book in the last 10 years, but I've read 182 books on my Audible account in the 9 years that I've had it. That's 1 to 2 books per month. Most of these are self-development books, with about 20% being fiction. I listen to the books whilst walking, driving, cleaning. I love it. I really enjoy putting a book in my ears and listening. I have an Audible membership for £1 per month and then extras at a discount. I highly recommend it. It's the only way I'd have learned a lot of the things around productivity, self-development, and even just enjoyed listening to a book. And my final tip, which I'm not too sure about, hence why I'm not counting it, is to get up early. People talk about the morning routine and it makes a big difference, do everything before the kids get up. Yeah, I've got 2 toddlers. They do not get up at the same time. I often can't guarantee that I'll be getting up before them. So I do suggest getting up early and getting stuff done, but it may not be a strict thing that you can actually achieve. I'd love to do a yoga workout every morning, but often I'll have a kid running around asking for breakfast. It's a good opportunity to get a shower before they wake up. Anything I can achieve before they wake up is a bonus, and I try my best to get up at the same time and get up before them, but don't guarantee it, and don't stress yourself out by losing sleep. Sleep is a really, really important thing that helps you to be more productive. I've learnt that the hard way. Thank you for watching. I hope those tips have been useful and you can apply some of those tips. I'd love to hear in the comments what time tips you have or any ideas you can share with the community that you found useful to manage your time. I post every Friday. I've got some really exciting trips coming up. I've been busy planning and looking ahead at the week, month and the year, and I'm really looking forward to sharing with you. I'll see you in my next video.